He cracked the code in his own way of the hardest metric that all of the analytics people and every GM around the league wants to know, which is like, how can you predict processes when you decide you want to throw the ball to delivery? The difference between college and NFL is like half of a second. But
vì
no
em
one can
xứng
figure out
đáng sâu tiềm thức anh yêu em luôn yêu em cả tầm anh chỉ muốn em bên mình mãi không cho phép em ghét mê một ai nếu như anh vẫn tồn tại yêu em sẽ không bao giờ sai.
that he trusted that he was seeing the field clearly and reacting to it.
And the great thing about Nix is he has such a large body of work to evaluate. So Peyton wasn't guessing and saying, oh, maybe, you know, here's the ceiling for this guy. It's really interesting because we do know, Peter, that the Broncos have maybe the best defense in the NFL. It's great, and that's awesome for Nix. What about the other side of the ball? Have they done enough to help him build on that?
Dù cho tận hết vẫn yêu anh, luôn yêu anh. Đừng hòng ai giật lấy, em không buông, dẫu cho thời gian khiến em quên lãng, vẫn nhớ một mình anh, vì anh xứng đáng. Tận sâu tiềm thức em yêu anh, luôn yêu anh, thật tâm em chỉ muốn anh bên mình mãi, không cho phép anh đến bên một ai, nếu như em vẫn tồn tại, mình là của nhau sẽ không bao giờ xa. Nếu như ta vẫn tồn tại.
Andy Reid went and got him. So now they put the parts around him, and you look at the running backs for him. I think it's huge. When he was in New Orleans, Sean always had this variety of running backs, whether it be a combination of Pierre Thomas and Darren Sproles and Reggie Bush and eventually Alvin Kamara. They always had all these guys, and then soon enough, Taysom Hill was playing that. In Denver, they're building a stable of running backs, and all the fantasy folks will tell you Harvey's the guy, and he will be, but they still really like Jaleel McLaughlin. They still are really excited about getting J.K. Dobbins, and they still like the kid Estime that they got from Notre Dame last year. So that's going to be key because Sean Payton is not always been a passing guy. We know that. It's always been about Brees. But that stable of running backs is almost as important in New Orleans as it was the passing game, and they are very high on what they have in the running backs from this year as well.
Yeah, they traded up to get Nix's college teammate, Troy Franklin, as well. So this is just one part of your new book, and I'm with Griggs. I mean, kudos to get Sean Payton to like peel back the coaching onion at all is unbelievable. What else can we expect? Because I know you're going to have some more great revelations for us coming up.
What was funny, I didn't tell a soul about that. I didn't even tell my wife. Nobody knew that he had showed me that. I didn't talk to a single person about it. It all worked out. He was a happy, happy guy after the draft.
Em nói anh đừng hy vọng yêu đối với em bây giờ chỉ như một chiều gió lại tuôn cơn anh.
Now we go to Jeff Darlington. JD, what more can you tell us?
Vì ngày em đẹp nhớ
This is a 3-game suspension that is more substance abuse, but this is actually something that requires a little more context. Addison was arrested for DUI last year, down to a lesser charge. So this is related to that. The wording obviously is that it's a substance abuse situation. The suspension is for that reason. It's all related to that DUI. So this then will go away in terms of the punishment from the NFL. This is their final punishment as a result of that situation. So again, a 3-game suspension for number 2 wide receiver. Obviously, very impactful considering the quarterback is trying to establish himself.
Right, those first 2 games would be at the Bears, the Falcons, and the Bengals. They don't need a playoff game until they play a bubble against the Steelers in Week 4. So I know obviously this affects defenses on the other side. They're going to be able to concentrate on Justin Jefferson. What does this mean for McCarthy and the Vikings offense as they try to get going with a new quarterback who essentially is a rookie?
You
resurrect Sam Darnold's career. J.J. McCarthy was the guy that they chose, right? So now it's about positioning him. And look, I guess the silver lining in a situation that's not good is that now he's prepared to not have Addison, which gives his coaching staff an opportunity. Naylor is still there, who stepped up big for him at the wide receiver position as well in some games. But I think ultimately for a young quarterback, now it's about finding within. Like the run game is going to become more prevalent. His defense is still really, really good on the Brown Flores. So it may be more of like, let's play mistake-free football. Let's find the plays where we can be explosive downfield, but more importantly, play a complementary game until you have your full requisite weapons with Jordan Addison coming back, because he did develop into a deep threat for Sam Darnold last year. And J.J. McCarthy is going to want to have that back.
All right, Sam, we're breaking news. I'm sorry, you want to add something, Trey? Go ahead. Exactly, it looked like a relatively maybe soft beginning for J.J. McCarthy. Just got a lot more challenging. And as mentioned moments ago, young quarterback, round 3, Shedeur Sanders is expected to start Cleveland's preseason opener against the Panthers. How about that? First reported by Mary Kay Cabot, and that was confirmed by Jeffrey, and he's been dealing with some shoulder soreness as well. Trey, what do you think about this?
This is the Shedeur effect. I perked up and now it's okay. Shedeur's gonna play. He's gonna play the preseason, and he's gonna have an opportunity to do it on national stage. This is why Shedeur Sanders is my favorite round pick. If you told me the other fifth round pick for some other team was starting, I would have a day 2 pick over Matt Flynn and over the late Travaris Jackson because he won the job. So Shedeur, I look for him. And go and win the job. You're on national TV. Go and light it up. Throw the ball. Have fun. But I didn't buy the jersey, but I definitely perked up at the fact that he's going to be playing as number 1 on the Senate in this preseason game.
I agree with you, Shreds. This is important. It does come with context. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel both dealing with hamstring issues. They're not putting Joe Flacco in there as their projected week 1 starter. So they are down to basically saying, like, all right, Shedeur, here's your shot. And this is exactly what you need. I mean, anytime you talk about a 5th-round pick, forget about the name attached to him. He's going to have to look for these situations where maybe a couple guys are down right now and he has his chance to step up. And then if he does well, there's no looking back. That being said, he is getting this first chance. This is a chance
with
to
YouTube
shine,
Premium, watch ad-free, offline, and in the background. And listen ad-free on the YouTube Music app. That's right, 1 subscription, 2 apps. Continue watching the highest quality videos from anywhere by seamlessly switching devices. Set up automatic downloads so your favorite videos are ready when you are. And play videos when your screen is off or when you use other apps. There's more to discover with Premium. Try 1 month free.
Like 5 quarterbacks in camp now because they signed Tyler Huntley today. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Snoop. Snoop is in the building too. Exactly. I was about to say though, like Shedeur is on record saying he didn't want Prime to come to practice because he wasn't doing that much. He wasn't getting those many reps. This is the opportunity that he has now to be fully in command of an offense, and this is critical. Like if we see a step up, if he starts getting a 1 step above his reps that he's been getting, if his positional value moves up, it'll be based on how he performs in this preseason game. It may be a blessing in disguise for Shedeur Sanders, who needs to have the football so he can show people what he is and what he can be for this franchise. I think this is a bigger deal than just starting a preseason game for a 5th-round pick. Not because it's Shedeur Sanders, but because we don't know what the 2 guys that are dealing with the hamstrings are in. This is not clear-cut about who the backup will be for all intents and purposes. You would think Kenny Pickett because of the experience, but this is a vital situation that Shedeur has and almost an opportunity for him to move up in that depth chart just by default based on the performance in a week 1 preseason.
Right, hang on to all of these guys once the season starts.